FM. My name is Godwin, and today we're going to talk about the Club World Cup again because the quarterfinal started yesterday. Good morning, John. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Good morning to all the amazing football maniacs and all the super sports fans of Volt FM. A very good morning to you. Chelsea fans, have fun. I know so now they all right. That Palmer goal, they soft.
Good morning, also.
He say if you want to break up with somebody this week, no be Chelsea fan. Hold them tight, love them with all your heart. Because if you forget them, if you ignore them, they're not going to remember say they exist because too much joy from Chelsea.
Too much joy.
Just sweet their belly. Welcome to the show. Interesting game last
Remember,
night.
guys, we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. You can go there, drop your comments. We'll be reading your comments live here in the studio. Okay, let's start with the Club World Cup, and I'll give you the result that happened yesterday. Two games happened yesterday, two will happen today. First, Fluminense beat halil 2-1. Interesting game of football. Even though that both teams, I like Fluminense. They've been led by a 40-year-old Thiago Silva. That guy is evergreen. Is the way he marshaled his defense, even though that halil had more shots on target, more shots in total, but even more possession. But it's good for Brazilian and South American continent because even though that they lost the next game against Chelsea, but Fluminense reaching the semi-finals is a good thing for them.
Yeah, it's a good thing for them. Fluminense in that game, it's a good thing. We said it yesterday that it's a good thing for Southern American leagues because they are getting the spotlight that they deserve. Knocking out halil was no small feat, but they did it. They did it.
Yeah, good game from Fluminense. And good game for Thiago Silva again.
Like I said,
You don't switch now.
No. Like I said I was going to keep it neutral before the game. Fluminense and what's it called? Halil. It was neutral, but I feel like the second goal there was this hugging and pushing, before the second goal. And what's his name again? The guy Hercules, 4 goals. I think he's joint top scorer in the league in the World Cup currently. Hercules has done himself proud. Like the guy was running, even if he don't see space to play ball. If he play him and the team bounce come out, he go collect and play him again. Like he was just there. He was making sure he gets on the score sheet, whatever it takes. Though there was, I said before, there was a foul to the build up to that goal, to the second goal. But the guy held his ground, lost the first ball, came back, got the ball back. I think a 1-2 between him and the other guy, and still went forward to score his goal. It was just wonderful to see.
Wonderful game of football. If you look at, as I said, look at the statistics in that game. Thiago Silva is evergreen. He's 40 years old. He went back to Brazil, I think last year or last 2 years, from Chelsea after winning that Champions League with them, and he has been the mainstay in the Fluminense side. They are doing well. They are in the semi-finals of the Club World Cup after beating halil in that quarter-final game. Good game. I like the both of them. I watched that game. It was a full-flowing game. Basically a 50-50 game. Chances everywhere. And I like how halil is doing. Yeah, they have a great squad. They play good football, but unfortunately for them, they did not reach.
I just think they were just unlucky and less clinical in front of goal, because even the goal they scored, it was ricochet after just keep bouncing around until what's his name, Marcos Leandro just managed to just slot it into the post. It was just, should I say, it was a rough pack game because halil Fluminense was not giving them the opportunity to come into the box, all thanks to our man Thiago. Then on the other end as well, the defense on this side were not giving them the chance to run them flanks and get into the final third. So it was, let's just play midfield and see if anybody can break down the opposition's strength.
Okay, good game for both teams. Both Fluminense are in the semi-finals of the Club World Cup, so congratulations to them. Okay, let's move on to the next game that happened 2 a.m. in the night. Chelsea beats Palmeiras 2-1. Lovely goal from Cole Palmer in the 16th minute. Then estevao, Chelsea play actually, but after this World Cup, is going to go back to Chelsea. Equalized the very
see that shot?
Lovely goal from the near post to equalize that game 1-1 before an own goal from Palmeiras to make it 2-1 for Chelsea. Chelsea deserve to be, if you look at the statistics in this game, Chelsea deserve to be in the semi-final of this competition.
Well said. They deserve it. They deserve to be in the semi-finals, no doubt. I just want to say that we are beginning to see a clearer picture of Enzo Maresca's starting 11 for the coming season. Look at the back four, solid back four. Rhys James wasn't in his position, but Gusto did one because he pulled the second goal, even though it was credited to Weverton. If you look at the midfield setup, everything is looking nice. Andre Santos started today. We've been talking about him not getting
because
into the
Caicedo
side.
was out or
Yes.
suspension.
And so at
yeah,
least he got
Santos,
some
yeah.
game time. And then you also look at where Nkunku was deployed
From the left side.
From the left side. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe I don't know if Nkunku is going to stay back, but you cannot sign Gittins and João Pedro and then still keep Nkunku back. It no make sense. So apart from all these things, fantastic starting 11, game on. Palma, they say you cannot spell Palmeiras without spelling Palma. So Palma showed up. Fantastic goal. They did everything they could to knock him off the ball and try to get him away from the ball, but just small chance. Slotted it in.
Nice game of football also.
Good game, good. You see, it's what like now we say they have numbers. Now we're going to see that those numbers are beginning to show small. I'm not saying they are there yet, though. They are still like miles away from where they need to be, but they are beginning to show quality. It's not about the numbers, it's about the quality of each players. Look at Ensugo coming in. What's it called? Esugo, I mean, Esugo coming in for Andre Santos. That sub made sense. To some people, that sub made sense because he came in, he offered more, he did more, he got more balls, he went forward, he defended well, he attacked well. And look at players, you say, okay, this James is not playing left back. And this man is not making crazy errors. Malo Gusto. He's not making crazy errors like that. You see that Tosi is on the bench. Okay, fine. Tosi is on the bench. Chaloba with the assist.
Yeah.
So there's quality. Like if you're sleeping on your position, I am there to compete with you. That brings about quality on the bench when you compete for places. I know you will say this is a certain level now, but there's room for substitution and squad rotation because of the squad Chelsea has. You see that whenever any player comes in, you will not feel the absence of the last player. We felt like this game could have been more dominant on the Chelsea side if Caicedo would have been in this game. Because in midfield there were some errors Santos made that we know. That kind of error will only happen to Caicedo in his first Premier League season. You get, but now that he is more dominant on the ball, he will make those errors. And those errors led to, I think, defensive error led to one of those goals on perhaps the goal for Palmeiras. The only goal for Palmeiras. So I just feel like if they could build on this structure, give this team more, you get something to motivate them. I don't know, but something to motivate them. They could become one of the best teams.
What you want where they use motivate you again? You have a 7-year contract. You are getting good money.
No.
What other motivation?
Now last year, Nico Williams signed contract. Now they motivate them. This year, that's another new contract. Another 7 years or 10 years still. So now. After
make a
surprise you. Should be Palmer signed 10 years contract when he joined Chelsea. 7 years contract when he joined Chelsea. After 2 years, they reviewed the contract, add extra 3 years. It's another
I think why they did that for Palmer because they need to increase the salary.
Now the motivation after 2 years. You go back into the contract, you add one thing, you add more bonuses.
If you look at the statistics in that game, Chelsea had 19 shots in total, 6 on target, more possession, 63% possession, and had more passes than Palmeiras. If you look at that game, they actually Chelsea dominated that game and decided to win that game. But interesting game, the lap started, João Pedro was introduced and he played as a number 9. Jackson did not play. He returned back from suspension. So now, we are not, we are arguing that where Pedro play.
Where Pedro go play?
Now, his first game for Chelsea, he played as a number 9. Now,
Nkunku where they talk play from the flanks, which I told you that was where he played before he came to Chelsea.
Nkunku played from the left. The lap started the game, but around 55 minutes they removed the lap. I didn't really impact the game much, and they put Pedro. He didn't really do much in that game, but what do you make of that? Pedro playing as a number 9, Jackson not playing at all. Do you think that it's going to be a shift for Chelsea this season?
I don't think it's going to be a shift, right? I think that you sign a player for a particular role, and then the fringe benefits of having that player is that you get to use him in other positions when opportunity comes. So I think if João Pedro is going to be a first team player, he's going to play on the left. But if anybody in that line is not delivering or is not available, he's going to have the flexibility to come into that position and do the work that is required.
It's going to confuse you because we are all expecting that he will start from the left.
Now, you are expecting, and I said before when he was playing for Brighton, Mitoma gets that left, but Pedro they play every match. How they take the do?
So
Welbeck, him and Welbeck, they always swap mostly.
That's what I'm saying.
Now only if Mitoma get a red card, which is injury. Now you go see I said they play for left small, sometimes fewer times.
So in this
Chelsea side now, I said the day they signed him, I said something about the Jackson in the show. I said there's rumors that Jackson might be leaving back to Spain. there were rumors at that time that Jackson might be leaving back to Spain, and we all said we all debunked the rumors. But now you'll see that this guy is coming in and he's still as number 9. Why Christopher Nkunku that everybody wants to leave the club? All the Chelsea fans want Christopher Nkunku to leave the club, and he played from the left and he impressed, because you couldn't tell me that Christopher Nkunku last night did not impress.
He's not impressed.
And anytime,
it means point blank goal, opportunity on goal.
He go miss goal. Now Nkunku be that he don't know where post day, leg don't know where post day, but he go always impress.
I'm happy you're admitting this now, because last season you were telling me that he has better conversion than Jackson.
Yes, he scored goals from Conference League against children.
We have to understand. We have to check what Maresca want to do with Pedro, because Jackson did not play at all. The lap started. He might try in a few positions. That's why probably introducing this club worker to try him before the Premier League, so to find the best fit. I keep saying it that Joao Pedro is the same caliber of player
with
Joao
Phillips. So the both you are waiting for the team.
It's the same problem they are not still correcting. They are bringing players.
And they are bringing more players in that position. In that spec of position.
I just feel like it's the energy to burn for Joao Pedro.
It's not about the energy to burn, because let's look at this thing now philosophically now, right? Let's look at it from first principles. You are signing a player into the club. If Jackson is going, that means Joao Pedro is the backup to the lap, because Joao Pedro will not start ahead of the lap. Let's see. Maybe if not. Jackson is going, that means Joao Pedro is the new face of the 9 position and the lap is his backup. If Jackson is not going,
I'm talking about money that they use.
I just
60 million and 30 million, which means now 60 million go start, now 30 million go for bench.
I'm just saying, if that's the way it's going to be, he's going to be the one that will have to start in that 9 position. But if Jackson is staying, then Joao Pedro, if he wants to still play from that position, he has to be a big part player, even though he has a big salary, a big transfer budget. So I still feel he's going to be deployed down the left come Premier League.
Well, let's see what happens with them. Chelsea won that game 2-1. Esigo was introduced in that, even though in 9 minutes of that game, Santos played in place of Caicedo, and he did well. I like the way he controlled the midfield. Because he is more of a forward player than Caicedo, so he did well in that game.
But I'm most excited about Estevao, man.
Yeah, Estevao scored that goal. After this club worker, he's going to move to Chelsea. They have to manage all these players at Chelsea. When Estevao enters, you will see where he's going to fit in all these players: Palma, Estevao, Nkunku, Jackson, Delap, and Pedro. But in this particular game, Chelsea beat Palmeiras 2-1.
Funny enough, Estevao plays from the right.
He plays mostly from the right since I've been watching him. He plays mostly from the right. That means
competition for Neto now.
Competition for Neto and Noni.
Caicedo and Palma. Any other person?
With Kukureya.
Kukureya had a fantastic game. Everybody can go and fight for themselves. But in this particular game, Chelsea
Sanchez no get permanent shirt too.
If they buy another goalkeeper,
he don't go.
But Chelsea are in this semi-finals of the Club World Cup. Let's see if they are going to reach finals. They beat Palmeiras. They are going to face Fluminense in the semi-final of the Club World Cup. Okay, the other games that will happen today. The big one, PSG will play Bayern Munich by 5 p.m. It's going to be an interesting game. 2 big clubs. PSG are the European champions. They won the Champions League a couple of weeks ago, and now they are playing Bayern Munich, that are a very strong side too. In this particular game, what do you think will happen? PSG versus Bayern Munich.
On another night, it will be the Champions League final. On another night, it will be a semi-final in Europe. You know, it's a fantastic game. On another night, it could be a series of different finals, and every single one of them would have been phenomenal, because these two teams are what you call juggernauts in the footballing world, right? You have the newly crowned reigning UEFA Champions League champions, and then you have the crowned reigning Bundesliga champions, and both teams are boasting of phenomenal talent. You look at Bayern Munich, the Olise, you look at the other guys, they have the Hurricane, Musiala talents, and you look at Paris Saint-Germain, you look at the Bacola, you look at the Due, Vitinha, Ruiz.
Sports joke everywhere.
Sport joke! Everywhere full.
Everywhere full.
Bench joke.
Everywhere is still for that both teams.
Everywhere still, Mama. Like, it's going to be a fantastic game.
I can't wait for that
game.
game.
Shot everywhere. I want to say bench. Name 5 bench for PSG. Maybe world-class player. I will call Mayulu. Zire Emery. No, the name say in all the call with that.
Bacola. You,
No, Bakola, Carvajal and the bench,
Wait.
na starter.
Kravashala dey bench.
Na starter. You don't call the starter finish.
truthfully, what you need actually is if your starting 11 are world class and they don't get injured, they will win things for you. I mean, world class player.
Even the starting 11, what class player? How many?
All of them are now.
You are
world class
nervous
players.
now.
All
What
of
class?
them. All
Now,
of them now.
now.
All of them now.
Now.
All of them now
Now,
world
okay,
class, bro.
according to you,
Yes.
after 1 year, they
All
don't
of them
world
now
class.
are world class.
How do you
They
rate
reach
world?
Champions
No,
League.
how do you
Dembele
rate-
is world class,
How do you rate
man.
world class players? One season,
Dembele
2
is
seasons.
world class.
Now, what
Straight
season
up.
these people just play now?
World class players.
Now, what season they just play?
World-class
You have,
players.
okay, anyhow,
All of them, yes,
all of them world
world-class
class
players,
player.
they don't-
Even Pacho, when they do mistake up
Do
and
you
down.
know how they are? If anybody wants to buy them, nobody's buying any of the players less
Of
than
course.
18
See,
million.
in that
Yes.
PSG starting lineup,
And
let's
let's
talk
not
about
act as
world
if
class
these guys
players.
just started playing football last season
In
because they've been at
PSG,
other
in
clubs prior to
PSG,
now.
in PSG, the world class player is in defense is my guy between the sticks, the goalkeeper, Hakimi, Nuno Mendes, and Marquinhos. You can say about to be world class for the Nuno Mendes. but
Dembele, Baba,
the
nothing
two
will
of
tell
them.
me.
Midfield, you have only one. Only one BT and I be world class player for midfield. The rest are still coming there. I love and
No
respect.
problem. But in this particular game,
But now I'm just going for life for life. So we must take players side by side. You get each team as it goes. Bayern Munich on the offensive, they have very sweet and fast. Fast offense. Harry Kane, Olise, Serge Gnabry, Coman. I think Coman and Davis for me. I don't know about the start, what the start says, but for me, I like the fastest players in the world right now. On any given day, these two players are the fastest players. And before you catch up with them, just know that you must be on another level of speed to catch up with these two players, Alphonso Davies and Kingsley Coman, and they are playing for the same team. So on the offensive, you have these 4 players who are very fast and technical and also clinical in front of goal. Olise, Serge Gnabry, Harry Kane, and Coman. On the other side, you have a Kvaratskhelia. I will not call Bakola because it's the last game and he disgraced his ancestors, he disgraced his
Bakola,
with his full
do
village
it.
people. I will not call Bakola. He's fast, he's fleet-footed, but he's not clinical, he's not technical. Leave him out of that list. In the front 4 for PSG, you have a Kvaratskhelia, Desire Dure, what's it called? Fabian Ruiz, I'll put him there. Then Ousmane Dembele. These are the 4 players I'll put in that rating. And I'll say, if you put these players head for head, the numbers they pulled up last season, going into the Champions League and in all competitions, you could say it's now down to the midfield. Can they hold their own? And for me, I'll put it that Vitinha and Gio Neves can hold their own against Goretzka and Kimmich.
I think that game actually we played in the midfield because
yes, that's what I'm saying.
That's where the PSG are really
Who has the
strong.
better 6? Who has the better 8?
I think if you look at both midfielders, PSG had they are together. That they are one. They know when all of them can rotate, play DM, play 6, play an attacking. They rotate each other, so you don't even know who you mark. So you cannot say like this person is the team number 6, the team number 10, team number 8. They keep rotating around and moving around.
I think it's similar with if you're playing a Goretzka Kimmich, they keep rotating like that. You don't know who to hold on to, who is going to play.
But I think where Bayern Munich can focus is in their attack.
Definitely.
They keep moving the ball in the attack. If they have Gnabry, Sané,
Koba,
and especially Olise and Kane are one of their 2 best players.
Yes.
They need to get the ball on their both feet if they have the chance to win that game. But it's going to be a fantastic game of football today. It's going to be PSG versus Bayern Munich, 2 heavyweight champions on their own right. PSG has done football, the way they played football last season and this club World Cup, you could see that they deserve to be the European champions. And in this game, it's going to be interesting. This game is going to be interesting. Let's see what happens in this game. Who is going to? So let's get your prediction for that game. PSG versus Bayern Munich. Who do you think will win and progress to the semi-finals of the Club World Cup?
For me, I don't mind either of the 2, but I'd love to see PSG win it.
Yeah, PSG. You know, traditionally, if you win the Champions League, just win the Club World Cup. Then when it was just like just 6 teams that is playing it, but
I guess until say go win more.
It's hard. It's always hard. I think I can remember Liverpool for a while.
They win Champions League, they don't win Club World Cup. Some teams get 3 Champions League, get only 1 Club World Cup.
Who do you think who get 3 Champions League, get one club? One club World Cup. Call one.
2 teams actually. Sorry, now 2 World Cup in gets and 3 Champions League they get. the other guy for England, for other side of the northern Manchester. The right side of Manchester.
Manchester
The
United.
right side of Manchester. They get even Chelsea.
Okay, who do you think that will win this
But
game?
in this game now, I'm just going to keep it open, like I kept the Chelsea game and the games last time. I'm going to keep it open. Enjoy the game, because you say PSG now, PSG can go there and disgrace their ancestors. You say Bayern Munich can go there.
No,
and
so
decide.
just choose the
I'm
team.
not choosing anybody. I say I'm
You
keeping it
know
open.
how prediction works.
I don't
You
predict.
just guess.
Eh.
It's a guesswork.
I'm
If
not
you
guessing.
guess,
I not guess yesterday, and you leave on like that. I don't want to guess again today now. Leave on like that.
Okay, let's see what happens in this game. It's PSG versus Bayern Munich. That game will happen by 5 p.m. Nigerian time. Or let's sit down and enjoy the beautiful game of football, because I know it will stew everywhere for that game. Okay, the other game that happened by 9 p.m. is Real Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund. I think for the past 3 years they have been meeting each other in competition. So
European
this one is not European competition. Actually, it's a FIFA competition. But again, Real Madrid and Dortmund. What do you think will happen in that game? Real Madrid, Alonso, and Dortmund. Every time they are meeting each other, do you think that Dortmund can have an edge this time around to actually knock out Real Madrid?
I think it's a close game. I don't think there's going to be a walk in the park for Real Madrid in this encounter. I think Borussia Dortmund can be a threat. You look at the potential of Borussia for, you look at the potential of Karim Adeyemi, you look at the guys they have in their side, they have the potential. I'm scared for their defense, actually, because if you look at the Bundesliga, they've conceded a lot of goals this last season. So how they are going to deal with that is going to be an issue. But then if you look at the other side, Real Madrid, for the first time in a long time, are looking stronger in the defense. They are looking more composed going forward, and they are a real threat. So it's going to be an exciting game, but I think I'm going to give Real Madrid an edge in this encounter.
Also,
it's going to be pace against energy, because Real Madrid has the pace. But Dortmund has the energy to run the full 90 minutes. The defense, everybody in Dortmund side has the energy and the physicality as well. So you take it, Guirassy would definitely be locked with because of his physical attributes, locked to Rudiger in this game if he started, because Guirassy, I think, is in this World Cup he's been on and off.
I think Guirassy scores today, man.
He's been on and off in this World Cup. He scored in the last
Has he been on and off?
He's been on and off. I think he scored in the last game. I think 2 games before this last game, he played the full night. I think he played 80 minutes and didn't have a shot on target. Didn't have a shot at all in 80 minutes of football. So he's been on and off, like I said. And I would not want to say, okay, they're going to come into this game and blow out Real Madrid, because it's going to be tough. Yeah, and I believe it now.
Nobody can blow Real Madrid.
And look at it now.
Apart from Barcelona.
And they like
Dortmund cannot blow
and
Real
they
Madrid.
like this thing. Now
Guirassy
that's why we
can
get
score.
Champions League final where they ahead.
You know me.
Still lose the Champions
You
League
know
final.
me.
Blowout means you can win 3 goals plus.
Eh?
That's blowout.
Nah.
So Dortmund can win 3
Then
goals
get the
plus.
tools now. Can they put the tools together? That's the thing.
If you get the tools, this same Real Madrid don't get tools.
Where there are tools there against.
Because if you talk about Barcelona last season,
where there are tools there against the people they lose to.
injury.
Excuses.
Not be excuse now. Injury. You say excuse, but yes, it doesn't say one person come out for one team, and then this Real Madrid team, all the defenders come out. Play without a defender. Play with makeshift.
Whose fault though?
You get. So look at the Real Madrid side. The Bolagis, the Ndiegus, the kings of football, the champions of Europe, the giants of the giants of the assembly of giants of Europe.
Trophyless last season.
You get. You know me, teams they go trophyless. You get the giants of the assembly of giants of Europe. You get head of states. If you want to give Real Madrid title, give them title with respect. We can allow other teams win trophies. It's normal. When we don't allow other teams win trophy once in a while.
This one I watch show because Real Madrid pride themselves in trophies.
You get now going into this game now, we've seen what Alonso can do. If you want 4 in the back, he did. If you want 3 at the back, he did. If you want 6 attackers, he did. If you want 5 midfielders, he did. Anyone you want. Because I just feel like this tactics implements the flexibility in each player. I feel like this last game they played, at some point they were playing 4 at the back. When the attack goes from the left, you see Trent coming to play right back. Dean Huijsen go in to play left back. Then the attack can go and Fran Garcia can go and join the forward line. Like that, they're switching the back line to maintain a 4 at the back. At some point, they switched to maintain a 3 at the back, where Tchouaméni dropped deep into midfield, dropped it from midfield to complete line, and there was Trent and Van Garcia up front. Now it gives you that edge over the the Dortmund side. That if Dortmund is going to play with Gorassi and Adeyemi, they want to play a fast game. Definitely, you're going to see your fast players in the side, and definitely you will not see a trend coming down to the
story.
Until you win trophies. All this thing you're talking are just
Nice planning, we're playing tired. No evidence.
Until Barcelona now.
No evidence.
Normal thing with fans now.
Until
no matter how
FCB.
no matter how the tactics be, just win trophy.
So let's see what happens in this game. Real Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund. Alonso is trying to win his first trophy as a Real Madrid coach, but let's see if he's going to need to beat. If he beats Borussia Dortmund, he has to face either PSG or Bayern Munich, which is still going to be a tough game for that side of the competition. Choke. But Chelsea
side they sweet.
They sweet for Chelsea. Chelsea just
but they should not celebrate yet.
Now shockers, they their side.
Nobody has shocked. They don't reach semi-final.
Shocker. Don't worry, shock will still happen. Shock fit
now
still happen.
Fluminense won't shock Chelsea.
You know me, shock fit still happen. Unless Thiago Silva want give them based on I am a legend of this club. I want to pity them.
They should bench Thiago Silva for that game.
Okay, let's see what happens in that game. Borussia Dortmund will play Real Madrid in that game. Who goes through in the semi-finals? Borussia Dortmund or Real Madrid?
He had you think and where?
50-50.
Real Madrid. Choose one, John.
Anyone 50-50.
Leave John alone. You didn't choose.
You don't choose your own now.
So let's see what happens in that particular game. Okay, let's go to our YouTube channel before we talk transfers. Farouk is back to the show. Good morning, Farouk. He's saying good morning, sports analyst.
Good morning to you.
It's good to have you this morning of life. Thanks to God. I predicted Chelsea to win 2-1 yesterday, and he entered exactly. You guys should cash out for me, please. Okay. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, thank you for that particular comment, Farouk. Thank you for joining us on today's show. Okay, let's talk transfer. Before we talk transfer, let's take phone calls about the club World Cup trust transfer. Okay, let's take a few phone calls before we talk transfers. The number
Jesse
to call
fans,
0706 048 5853. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
Good morning, my brother. Good morning, everybody. John, Simon, everybody in this room. I greet you now.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes. This is Mr. Onya Vitalis. You go chase the Stafford Bridge.
Normally.
Okay, what's the contribution?
You have to taste them.
I think I told you that something must happen. I think I told you yesterday. I told you that we are going to use B1 and B2 formation.
Normally.
Yes. Like they use B1 B2.
Normally. I don't understand. Why would they vex? It's not a Chelsea player, man.
You think they best say all Chelsea fans?
Man, Penuna. Why you not going to celebrate? Why you not going to celebrate?
He's not a Chelsea player yet.
No way.
He's allowed. You score an equalizer.
He's playing for Palmeiras for the last time. You should enjoy it.
No problem. Chelsea, this is Cup of Chelsea. Nobody can stop us. We are waiting for Bayern Munich Cup.
Okay, now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, 0706 048 5853. Call us and tell us what you think about the Club World Cup so far. Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Name and location, please. Okay, what is the contribution?
Yeah, I hope you give my greetings for the home. All the bitterly, people that are for free, they can only
Normally.
deal with the receivers club. After dealing with them, we will not be waiting for either PSG or Bayern Munich or Real Madrid or Dortmund in the final.
Okay.
When we face them, we will not show that even though we are young, we are still young. and take the trophy. We don't want the best, we will take the best from the world.
Okay.
After all this hype.
After some winners, I also when he was talking with his teammates in Chelsea, Obama, all these young players. I love that.
Thank you very much. All right.
Please, hold on the transfer for Chelsea. Please give me the whole Chelsea.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay.
What of transfer of Chelsea? You still want buy?
They want still buy now.
You still want buy? To buy still hungry you?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Good morning. Name and location, please.
Mona leave some player for us now. At least we will be West Ham to get money. Mona leave some player for us.
Let me tell you, say, no get money.
Okay. What is the contribution?
Yeah. Yesterday, this morning, sir, this is the first match that I said I was to watch.
Okay. You've been missing.
And I was very impressed with the Kofama. But see that the lab.
It's too early, oh. It's too early, Pedro.
No, I'm not complaining that it's not good.
Okay.
She reduced her use to tackle.
Okay.
He reduced his anger because now he's missing next match. Because of the yellow card he got. The other defender should have got yellow card. And that may affect us in our next match, but I still believe that we are still going for that trophy.
Okay.
And for that today match, I was very impressed with Gavin Williams. But where I have to blame is that you know that he's already our player. You know that I'm not happy that he's called goal. He should Chelsea that they can. But he should have not celebrated that goal.
Why?
Why shouldn't you have celebrated it?
Okay, I just saw that goal now. He didn't cup now. He will see them with the club. Not because
He go come Chelsea now. You know understand, say he's playing the last games for Palmeiras. So he should enjoy it. Then he will come and join.
I did not celebrate that finish that far now.
Eh?
And that goes to the last and because he wanted to tell that goal. And mistakenly.
No.
We agree. Now mistake. I mean, all the goal we score for this life now mistake.
Hey, Pedro.
Either goalkeeper make mistake,
this is too
or
petty
defender
for
make
you.
mistake.
No,
Bro,
Pedro, this is too petty.
Pedro,
Now
Pedro.
rockets.
Pedro, no goal for this life will be clean goal. All the goal na mistake.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see if it's going to happen. It's predicting Madrid, Chelsea to reach the finals. I don't know if it's going to happen, but we'll see. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Well, I'm not going to hear one
Give my
again.
location, please.
My name is today. I'm calling from my boy state.
Welcome,
what's your
welcome.
contribution?
Now, wow. Hey.
Now, so it is good.
Anyway, they have the first chapter to meet
Fluminense. Yes, Fluminense, yes.
But we don't talk the person win conference league, go win club World Cup. It don't work now. It don't work.
Now they are locked now.
And they are locked.
It's a lock matter. After you win conference league and then you go and win club World Cup. It does not rhyme. It doesn't in connection at all.
Yeah, it's true.
They have gone into the semi-final. I know that these people that defeated Ireland will defeat Chelsea.
Okay.
Chelsea may not celebrate, no wahala.
This one about Beleo.
This one is about the legend. And they talk reality. After the win conference league, don't go win club World Cup.
Nine lock now. I don't understand.
I'm not going for that kind of luck.
Okay.
That kind of luck not supposed to be.
Okay.
It's fine.
No wahala.
Alright.
Chelsea may not enjoy. No wahala. But semi-final, you cannot cross it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Okay, let's see if Chelsea is going to make the finals. They have to play Fluminense in the semi-finals. Then they reach the final before they talk about their opponent because the three teams on that side almost.
Everywhere chose that side.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Yeah. Morning, guys.
Good morning.
morning.
Name and location, please.
Hey, wow. We're going to hear what today.
No.
No,
Good
man.
morning, Alex.
Chelsea are the true noisy neighbors.
Good morning.
See, Joe, I don't understand you sometimes too.
Mm-hmm.
When we say Real Madrid, they go trophyless, this and that. You too, you know go trophyless.
I own my own. I own my own. So they should own it as well.
You know your standard. You know your standard of your club now. You know that which they are made of. You know that.
Yes, we are above everybody. I understand that.
If they win trophyless, that doesn't mean that they are not the best team in the world.
Agreed.
You don't know
Agreed.
the standard of that club. Real Madrid got knocked out in the house of Arsenal all because of injury.
Whose fault though?
Real Madrid has injury problems, and the way they have injury problems, especially at their back. So what are we talking about?
But whose fault though?
If teams got knocked out, that doesn't mean that the team that got knocked out are not good enough to execute games. Please, I don't understand you. You should be coming down sometimes.
Is that right?
That one being said, Chelsea, they get back palmeiras. Kudos to them. It's not easy, sha. But you get as it is, just like today, you can't win conference league, you can't carry club World Cup. It doesn't rhyme now. It doesn't rhyme at all. You lose somehow. And Fluminense is not, for them to reach this stage, you know that they are not going to be
You walk over. Yeah, thank you.
I know that Chelsea cannot do anything against Fluminense. If Chelsea has all it takes to reach this semi-final, same thing likewise if Fluminense has all it takes to also reach the final. You understand?
Yeah, thank
you.
Yeah.
Anyway, sir, I do it now. I will call back.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, let's go
My
to our
guy.
YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are live
Mama so.
on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. Let me read some of the comments on our YouTube. And Choose, welcome back to the show. Barcelona needs Rashford. Nico Williams has disappointed his ancestor, not Barcelona. He will learn the hard way. Oh, we'll talk about that transfer. He's also saying, I'm rooting for Chelsea and PSG for finals. Okay, Nathaniel, welcome to the show. Say good morning, guys. Okay, Choose is also saying, now I realize how messed up Barca salary cap was. I hope we address all this. Even La Liga is against Barcelona.
Yes.
Okay, then finally, Adakletu Sobi is saying, before you talk about meeting Madrid or PSG, pass Fluminense first.
Thank you.
Chelsea has won the last match they could win in this Club World Cup. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's talk transfer before we start taking more calls. Transfer is happening. Yes, the first for big one is Nico Williams have decided to sign a 7-year contract with Atletico Bilbao. He's going to stay back after somebody was using Barcelona to get more money from Bilbao.
I disagree with that.
After that, he said he made a statement that said that his heart, in quote, according to him, said that his heart belongs to Atletico Bilbao, that he wants to stay there and become a club legend, and he signed a 7-year contract, and he has 100 million euros in his list, because that means any club
it's
that
still
attainable.
attainable.
That's the point.
It's still attainable.
No,
It's quite unlike the 1 billion that was put in release clause for Gavi and Pedri. So nobody should come and say anything about Nico here that he used FCB to get a new contract. That is totally outrageous.
Wait, is this? People say what they want to say.
FCB always gaslighting their fans 2 seasons in a row with Nico Williams.
People say what they want to say. Last season, I think he signed a new contract last season that took his a transfer fee, or perhaps his release close to about 70 or 80 million pounds. And what happened was, after that,
Barca failed to follow up with a bid.
After that, Deco came out to say he was not really a player for them.
Oh, wow.
And he made some statements to actually blacklist the player, or perhaps say ill things about the player, blackmail the player and his camp.
Same old tactics every season.
Now, this season, the guy went on to, I think, advice from his brother and the rest of his camp made him stay at Bilbao. Because now you can't talk about Atletico Bilbao without mentioning Inaki Williams.
Mm-hmm.
There's no day you wake up and talk about Atletico
At
Bilbao
all.
without talking about Inaki Williams and what he has done for the club over the past 6 years.
And Llorente too.
You get, so he's one of those players that you would call a legend for the club, even if he's still playing in his 29, 30s. He's one of those players you call a legend for the club. If he chooses to retire from football tomorrow, there will be a statue of him at the club. Now he wants to take over in his brother's footsteps. Now, now look at it. Unlike his brother who is playing for Ghana, he's a Spanish national.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing for Spain. He's playing for the Spain national. He won a trophy with Spain. Now, did he have after Barca came for him? Did he have a terrible season than the previous one? No. He went on to do one better. He had more goals involvement. He had more assists involvement. In short, he had more goals involvement. He had a higher performance rating in the current season, the season that just ended, than the previous one. Now, at the end of the season, the club looks at him and say, "Oh, fine, this is a wonderful team. We're giving you another contract." Last year, he signed a 7-year contract. A 7-year contract. This year again, they are giving him another one. Sign another 7 years. Now, the 7 years, the only thing they added to that 7-year contract is maybe 10% of his current wages, which is not much. You get, and a 50% increase on the release clause.
Yes.
So a 50% increase on the release clause and 10%. 10% of, if I'm earning £100,000 a week or 100,000 euros a week, and you're adding 10%, that's 10,000. 110,000 is not a big number.
Thank you.
So if people come out and say he's using Barcelona to increase the salary,
that's so
if you dash me 10,000, if you dash me 10,000 naira now only upper.
The area I want to come from is a Barcelona side that is proven over 4-5 seasons that they know how to gaslight their fans. Last season after the Euros, Laporta came out to say
there's money in the bank.
There's money in the bank.
We will sign any player we want to get. We can
get Nico Williams. He's our star target for the transfer window. After all that talk, he ended up being
they promoted
Caicedo and brought in Dani Olmo that took them almost 4 months to register. So it's one thing when you come out to the media and you're touting yourself as if you are still living in your past glory, as if Barcelona is still a big name. Of course it is, but the financials is like a West Ham somewhere in the
Premier League.
I
get money pass after and I get money pass back. Calm down.
So the finances of the club is not good, but you will come out and be gaslighting the fans that you can get what you can't get. Just come up and set your books in order, because I feel Barcelona's financial model needs to be reworked, because it's not good at all. Because this guy signing a contract is still not a bad move. If you want him, pay the 100 million euros and get him. But currently you can't afford it, man. And if Arsenal wake up tomorrow and say, is Nico want? Simple.
It's over.
Now the 100 million euros in his contract, if anybody activates it from 2026, it starts from 2026, so he's going to play 1 more year for Atletico.
So if you want to activate it now, come and pay the original one now.
So that he's going to stay. So that it's his home. Bilbao is his home. It's his house. So he's going to stay for Barcelona. Barcelona, in quote, don't really need a left side of midfield, because Rafinha, the La Liga player of the year, plays on that particular position that he plays. So I think if I look at it from a football perspective, I think it's good for everybody, because if he joins Barcelona this season, you have to force Rafinha to move to the center, and you have to play Rafinha, because Rafinha, he was a player of this. You cannot just drop him off like that. So I think
Rafinha moving even puts pressure on Dani Olmo, who plays in that place normally for FCB.
I think that Rafinha playing from his left wing, Yamal from his right wing for one more season, yes. I think it's perfect for everybody.
Yes.
Because one, if Nico goes to Barcelona and he's not performing, he's dropped to the bench. But even if he's not performing for Atletico Bilbao,
he's starting. He didn't want.
So I think he's still 21 years, so he can play 1 more season there before anybody. Bayern Munich can play next year, Arsenal can play next year. Anybody can play and he moves. So it's not actually bad for him. But let's see what happens with him. Let's move away from Spain and come back to England, because Kyle Walker is going to play for Burnley. We thought that he's going to go to Fenerbahce and play, but I think he's decided to stay in England. He's going to move for Burnley. I think it's a good deal for everybody. Make him just go play football.
Yeah, like I wish Kyle Walker well, man. Like I wish we had gotten in Kyle Walker-Peters to play behind him before he left. But I wish Kyle Walker well. It's good for him. It's good for Burnley. They are back in the Prem, and so hopefully everything works out well for everybody.
Make it no carry them go down there again.
Is it going on permanent deal or is it loan spell?
It's 2 years deal.
2 years deal, man.
City is selling.
2 years deal.
Because as it stands now, going to Turkey to chop money, he has already made all the money he wants to make.
Yeah.
No, he just wants to play football.
Like I said, if he's going to Turkey to make money, he has made all the money he wants to make from Saudi money, Man City. So he can just stay back at England, help a team go like Vincent Company did at some point. At some point, he felt like, okay, fine, I'm trying to retire. Let me just go back to Belgium, go back to my to the grassroots and try and build a team. And from player manager to becoming a manager himself, and look at what he's doing right now. So I feel like if that's the route my man Carl wants to take, I think it's good for him because he's done well.
Nobody can say that.
In the right back, when we talk about the right backs in the Premier League, and you talk about in the Premier League history, and you're talking about the top 5. You should put him somewhere around there.
Yeah, Kyle Walker has been great for in the Premier League from Spurs to Manchester City, where you won every single trophy.
Club trophy.
Okay, yes. To correct that, I just saw one comment. I just looked at that now. Nico Williams has signed a 10 years contract. That contract will expire 2035. That's a 10 years contract. Thank you, Chigozie, for that comment. Say on our YouTube, we say good morning because Godwin is not 7 years old. Nico signed till 2025. That is 10 years. Okay, so it's 10 years contract. But from 2026, anybody can activate 100 million euros from Nico, and it's good. And it's good. So
it's attainable.
Yes. So
it's not 1 billion pounds.
Atletico Madrid, Atletico Bilbao can hold him for 1 season because they are playing the Champions League.
Yes.
They qualify for the Champions League. Then I think what the boy wanted to do actually is to at least play the Champions League with Bilbao. Even for 1 season. So after that, anybody can play 100 million, and that time Rafinha will be about 30. You understand? You can decide to bench him after that. So let's see.
Which comes to show, my United fans say, you're gonna be thanking your gods. I'll thank the gods because this one is an opener.
Man, you get money to sign.
No, man, you get the money. They are looking for how to sell off Rashford now.
Okay, talking about on our YouTube channel, Chigozie is also saying, as for Kyle Walker, I don't know why he's not moving to Saudi to eat money. No.
He don't eat the money. He don't need
if Mohammed cannot go to the mountain will have to come to Mohammed.
Let's talk about
this man. Mountain not come to us since State for Man City.
You cannot compare Saudi money and what City is paying.
So it's the same Saudi money.
Saudi will pay you multiple what you are earning in 1 season.
It's still the same Saudi money.
So let's move on to Manchester United. Officially, Cunha will have the number 10 shirt. That means officially Rashford
is already out.
Must go. Unfortunately, he's not among the players that have told the club that they are not coming back, that they are leaving. So
I think the news yesterday is that Rashford, Anthony, Garnacho, Malaysia, and Jadon Sancho has informed Manchester United that they will leave. Manchester United will delay their return date. That means they cannot. They don't need to join the preseason. They don't just sort their way out from there and go. So it's going to be interesting where all these players will go. Again and again, their wages is still a major problem for them. For Rashford, Barcelona don't whisper for him since.
No, the guy don't eye Barcelona since.
The eye Barcelona, and the rumors that Rashford wants to go abroad.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good one.
He wants to go abroad. So if Barcelona will come, I think it's good for him.
Like I said, the guy wants Barcelona.
In Barcelona, you know the problem with Rashford saying you want to go abroad. Saying you want to go abroad, it opens you up to Serie A, La Liga, Bundesliga, all these clubs to look at you.
It doesn't make.
But you know, and it's also good for you. But you can't force a club to come for you. And after you wait till July ending, Baba, you got to make a choice.
At the end of the day, somebody will have to come.
It's a bonus for him because now Nico has signed a new contract, which means he's going to be staying back at Atletico. Luis Diaz from Liverpool, Barcelona is saying he's
no shopping.
He's no shopping. The English
no
Barcelona zone. Now the only option they have
is
Rashford.
So let's see.
And he can come in and play from the bench. And I remember, I think 2 weeks ago, Rafinha sent a clear warning. If you're coming here, I work hard, which means you're coming to work twice as hard.
Even if you work hard, if you can decide to drop, not to know they work hard. If you can work hard and drop it, produce results. Once you are producing results, nobody cares.
Now the result,
they work hard. And I'm between if they work hard, they produce results.
Let's take phone calls before
we rush on work hard and produce results.
Let's take phone calls.
Now the question where they there.
0706 048 5853. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Yeah, Monica, this is Alex coming back. Just like you said, it's 10 years contract, not 7 years.
Okay.
You see, Rashford, I think this is an opportunity for United. I'm telling you, thank God that we have finally stripped that number 10 out of him. We really need to be making this player his scapegoat. If you are coming to United now, you know that you're supposed to be serious, not ganging up against coaches every season.
All right.
Coaches go enter. Yes, they said the same thing over and over again. Now Nico Williams signing 10 years contract. I don't know how Barcelona. They don't have money. They are literally bankrupt, and they want to be signing in baggages upon baggages. And thank God that Nico Williams has finally signed that 10-year contract.
All
They
right.
want to sign players. They don't come and carry Rashford now.
Okay.
Rashford is there, including Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich, I think that they want to sign Rashford. Let them come. We really need to sell off this player.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's see. Call us and tell us what you think about all these transfers we are talking about. 0706048585. Yeah. Hello. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
This is Bishop.
Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Welcome.
Bishop.
Yeah, this Walker, I don't know why he don't want to go to Saudi. I think this is the best time to move there.
I think he wants to play the.
He wants to stay in England and play games so he can make the World Cup.
Yes, I think he wants to play the World Cup next year. That's the main issue.
So,
Yes, you may be right too. But I think that even if he moves to Saudi, I think you can still make the World Cup.
Maybe.
Some players are from Saudi and they are repping their country now. Not like when you move there that their career is gone. No, some people are from there going to Europe also, which means that people are playing the Europeans also scouting for them.
true talk.
And again, for the money, but maybe not everybody want to go there.
Yes, no.
Some we go down, they will run. They will see that no more.
Shebi John Duran don't run, come back.
Yeah, this is what I see. Maybe this guy workers, maybe say like I'm poor, I don't want to go there also for the money. Maybe that's what I see. But if it's for we here, we advise him now to move there. And this is right for the age. Yes. For this age, I will even support the student to go there and spend like 2 years or 3 years. You get.
Okay.
As for that shot, it's unfortunate. To be honest, I didn't see this coming.
At all.
People who know Bishop knows how I love this guy and how I rep Rashford. He did. Well, I think one of the things that happened to him is two things. One, he failed to relax.
Yes.
He has arrived.
That contract.
Secondly, Amorim. These two things is what I feel that happened to him. Other coaches worshipped him, irrespective of his performance, his arrogance, everything he presented. Because he represents Man United. It was, in fact, it was one of the highest paid. He's giving number 10 and everything. I was seeing this guy as our new Rooney. At a point, I was telling people that our new Rooney is coming back. Even what Rooney has done to United, become a legend, highest goal scorer. Even though he played for our previous world champion.
Yes. Yes.
But I was expecting Rashford to beat Rooney's record and big like Rooney for United. All of a sudden, my hope and everything was dashed. I think he feel to relax. Yes, he feel to relax. That is big for United, and nothing can happen to him. Nobody can prove his position, whether he trained, without how much he went to club, because I started seeing him clubbing and all that.
Yes. Yes.
Amorim came. And funny enough, the club entirely has to align with Amorim.
Yes.
And this that the club supported Rashford, then Amorim will go. So it's like I supported some Rashford and some coaches have left.
Yeah.
It's not like Amorim or nobody. But
Thank you.
Maybe I still believe in him. He's a good footballer.
No doubt.
Just pray. Clubs will come. He can't be comfortable playing for England. I know. He can't be. You can't be a Man U boy and be comfortable playing in England. You'll be so happy. And they will expect you now to work more harder.
Yes.
Every club you move now.
More pressure.
Is it true that you couldn't perform?
Thank you,
You
Bishop.
don't want to prove everybody wrong.
All right.
The God have mercy, and I pray it's a thing.
All right. Thank you.
You know, Bishop, we've seen this happen before at City when Guardiola came in and said your heart out.
Okay,
So it's not a new thing.
let's see what happens with Rashford if he's going to move to other club and perform well. He needs to perform well to play the World Cup next season. Okay, let's finish with on our YouTube channel. Cletus is back on the show. Welcome, Cletus. Say, I want to let Chelsea fans know that the highest level of disappointment is when you have high expectations.
Thank
so
you.
my candid advice is that they should stop
Lower the
that
expectations.
big impossible dream. Okay, and Spirit of LFC fan, welcome back to the show. You say hi and big ups. How are you guys doing? We are doing fine. Thank you very much. How is everybody doing today? Like you say, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Rest in peace, Jota and Andre. You guys, intelligent, hardworking, professional, and educated. You will never walk alone. Thank you.
Thank
very,
you.
very,
And
very
by the
much.
way, where are you chatting from? Just drop in the comment
Thank you.
section.
Thank you.
Like
Thank
this
you
now,
very
I don't
much.
switch. I'll go and drop this jersey. I'm supporting Liverpool.
Don't mind
From
him,
next season,
na scam.
Liverpool
Na
all the
scam.
way.
Na scam.
Okay, you say like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Oh,
Thank you
thank
very,
you.
very
Thank
much.
you, man.
Spirit
Thank you
of
for supporting
LFC
us.
fans. Thank you for your support. Okay, finally, Chigoze is saying, but if he goes to the Middle East, he can still make the squad for the World Cup, depending on how consistent he is playing. Okay,
Valid point.
let's see what Walker will do if he's going to play for Burnley. He's going to play for Burnley, obviously, but let's see. Thank you for joining us today. So let's sit down and enjoy beautiful football today. It's going to be PSG versus Bayern Munich and Real Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund. Fantastic game of football.
Fantastic game, man.
So
Let's
the
sit
one
down
you stay awake till midnight.
and enjoy ourselves today. My name is Gordon. See you guys on Monday, and we are going to be dropping videos on our YouTube
Yes,
channel.
please.
Drop video today, tomorrow. Please support us.
Don't forget to watch till the end. Like,
and share.
share,
Just as you are
comment.
subscribed, click on the notification button.
See you guys on
Normally.
Monday. My name is Godwin. Bye for now.
Enugu and welcome
Click
to
on notification button. Click on the notification button.
meets the voting.
Please hope you guys have subscribed and have liked. Please support our channel, support us, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's in 3 people here. So
Yeah.
please remember to subscribe to our channel.
And
Please,
Spirit of LFC, you can also know by chatting, joining the chat from.
Spirit of LFC, I'm a Liverpool fan from next season. Bring the form.
Na
I want to
scam,
take
oh.
the form from you.
Na scam.
I'm taking the
Don't
Liverpool
believe
form.
it.
You know,
Na
I'm going to buy I have a home kit. I'm going to get an away kit. Before you say, let me enter the club website.
Chigozie, it means turn on the notification, that bell at the subscribe button where you subscribe.